Hi Libra, welcome to Sophquest. I'm Spence. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. Hi, and welcome in if you're new. Welcome to the channel. Thank you both, whomever you are, for stopping by. This is going to be a weekly reading for August 30th through the 5th of September, entering into the Burr months. Love it. I do. My favorite time of the year. All right, so Libra, good things are happening for you right now. We talked about Venus being in Libra, which is just a good, homey, cozy feeling for you. But now Mercury, this week, enters Libra the first day of the week. That's going to really help bring clarity. It's going to open up your throat chakra. I think it'll be really good for conversations, especially with the people you love, with Venus there. You got Mars in Virgo, which energizes you to get stuff done during Virgo season, taking care of your body, taking care of the dog and the cat and the children and the house, getting things done, things like that. So it is also a week of maybe some quietude, because we're starting sort of with a void of course moon, then we're moving into 3 days with the moon in Cancer. And think about Cancer, right? Fourth house of home and hearth, you know, tea with honey and soup in a big pot, cozy blankets, petting the dog. It just feels nice. So I hope that you'll take that energy in and allow yourself to just really dream a little bit, right? With all that good stuff in Libra. Okay, now right now I'm shuffling for you the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. I'll pull one for you, and the tarot today is the tarot we used last week because I am vibing with it. It is the Tarot of Mystical Moments by Katrine Welch-Stein. Both of these decks, the artwork is surreal and a little tongue-in-cheek at points, and I just see so much in these cards, so I love them. All right, Wisdom of the Oracle. We had one flip right over for you. Never-ending story. Okay, never-ending story is usually about something that we're really knowing deep down inside that we do want to change. And Virgo season is the perfect season, isn't it, to do that, because it helps us create new habits. Now, what I didn't mention is the new moon in Virgo will happen not even this week, actually the first day of next week. But I'm going to tell you now because I think that that is when a new habit it's a good time to begin. So that new moon in Virgo is, I believe, around 9 p.m.-ish Eastern time, around 6 p.m.-ish Pacific, and then if you're in Europe, you know, forward into the 7th, into, you know, later in the middle of the night or in the morning. So figure out your own time for when that new moon in Virgo is going to be, but I think that might be a time where you can actually begin to take action on either starting a new habit or making the change that you know that you're wanting to make about something. Okay, Libra. Now, if you would, settle in with me. It's time to take a few minutes just for you to deal with the fact that you're probably needing time to decompress. So let's lower the stress a little bit, right? We're going to bring down the cortisol by taking 3 deep cleansing breaths because it works and it feels great. So that's why we do it, right? So let's do that. 3 deep breaths while I shuffle for you. Lower the cortisol, drop your shoulders. Relax your spine and your hips. Maybe plant your feet or put them up, whatever feels comfortable for you. We'll spend some time together getting to a synergy, all right? A few more shuffles. There we go. One's flipped, 2 have flipped, and it's time to cut the deck. Okay. Libra, let's see what we see today, all right? I'm going to read 9 cards for you and the bottom of the deck, which is usually the subconscious stuff, maybe going on from the previous week or from, you know, prior to now. And then the 9 cards I'm going to read horizontally, vertically, and big picture for you. So stay with me, all right? It usually forms a bit of a storyline. We'll see what comes through, what the messages are coming to you from the quantum field, right? We have the 3 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, the Tower, the 7 of Wands. Okay, yeah, breaking free, breaking loose from something. Excellent. And doing it successfully with the 6 of Wands. So we'll go through it, but That's really good. I'm seeing progress here. Progress. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. There you go. See? Progress. Two of Swords, which will bring about a decision that needs to be made. And the Hermit, which is the Virgo card. We are in Virgo season, and this is coming to peace about something, I think, because that's what I'm feeling here. I love it. All right, so let's see. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. All right. I'm going to take this in for just a second while you're chilling. Taking some breaths, relaxing. I'm taking a good look here. Well, I definitely see on the table maybe what this might be about, this never-ending story. So I'm going to read that for you now. 37. We all get into patterns and funks, don't we? We all get into stagnancy that we need to pull ourselves out of one way or another for many reasons. All of us do it. Nothing wrong with it, right? Just means that it's like, okay, I can't do that anymore. Let's do something new. Here we go. Self-criticism, okay? The wounded ego or unnecessary drama, okay? There's a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection, humiliation, self-loathing or arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary drama. It's the old story whose refrain that you cannot do this, must not go there, should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. This is what we tell ourselves. I'm going to read that line again. That's important. It is the old story whose refrain is, you cannot do this, you must not go there, you should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. And guess what is in the center of your reading today, Libra? The Tower. Lest your world come crumbling down. That's why I repeated that sentence. All right, let's do this. Stay with me, Libra. Stay, Libra. All right? I'm bringing love to you, Libra. All right. Today, know that none of this is actually true. This story, that sentence that I repeated, none of that is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear inside is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, that wants to protect you or needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost, I was going to say love that lost a piece of you. No, it says love that lost piece of you. Okay, it's saying that. To love that lost part of yourself that believed in that conditioned voice. Fear is all that it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not that story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, the small and the vulnerable. You can be easily soothed. Let me look again at your spread. I can see that you're trying to break yourself free from a wounding and change your mind about how you express your innermost thoughts and feelings. So, what's the never-ending story that you don't necessarily want to tell yourself? You don't necessarily mean to tell yourself. It's just the running script. The running script in your head. Now, first and foremost, I want to say, Libra, every single one of the 8 billion people on this planet have been in this situation. We have all done this to ourselves one way or another at some point in our lives. So there is no shame, no judgment whatsoever. Everyone gets through this part of themselves to get to the other side. Okay? We all do it. All right? I'm going to be vulnerable with you right now. I'll tell you something personal. I have a voice in my head about my weight. I've done it my whole life, And that is my never-ending story. Okay? We all have something. And it's that I'm not enough voice. The one that says, I am not enough. I just listened to Brené Brown a couple days ago, and that would be something very good for you. But the other person that's coming to mind is Marissa Peer. She's a psychologist, and she does something called rapid transformational therapy, I believe it's called, RTT. And she discusses this idea that if we could just believe that I am enough, if we could repeat that to our own soul, I am enough, and actually begin to believe it, that the old voice in our head that whispers that to us, it's not even necessarily conscious. You may be a perfectly confident person walking through the world, great at your job, having good relationships, but there's a voice somewhere deep in your subconscious that has plagued you, and this is the moment. There is a moment right here in divine timing that is allowing for that healing that you need to come in. All right, to finish. There are two other messages. One is about relationship, one is about prosperity. The protection message says this is a time to avoid drama at all costs, especially if it comes to other people's stuff, right? Your sensitivity is on overload, and you're best served to keep your distance from anyone, that is toxic or hurtful, or that. So I wouldn't get involved in any of that right now, Libra. There is something here. Right now you have an opportunity for important healing. That's what I was saying. But you must reflect on the stories that you have woven, that you weave still in this never-ending story about love, about connection, abandonment, rejection, and loneliness. Not only do you need to begin a new story that you tell yourself, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old one, for believing it. Have compassion for the part of you that believes all those narratives, because none of them were ever true anyway. None of that stuff was ever true. You are exactly who you need to be in the world right now. And you're needed. You are needed in this world, or you would not be here. So, you are enough. And that's your mantra for this week. I am enough. And during the middle of the week, we have 3 days where the moon is in Cancer. That is about the fourth house of home. Our family, our mother and father, our nurturance, and our security, and whether we felt secure growing up, and whether that security has been strong or has holes poked in it. There are maybe lost soul parts there, parts of yourself that you let go of, and it's time for retrieval to get them back. And you do it by repeating that mantra, I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Let's do this. Okay, bottom of the deck. The Knight of Wands. Have you been jumping through hoops for whomever, for whatever, your whole life? That's what I'm hearing from this card and seeing. But this card is really about movement forward. It's about taking your will and your energy and moving forward on something from the past. 6 of Cups. And I'm getting from your childhood. From what you learned, Page of Pentacles, in your childhood. Do you see that in these pictures? You are moving past what you learned in your childhood because you've outgrown the notion that for whatever reason you weren't enough. It can be the smallest thing to the biggest thing, okay? Page of Pentacles says, I am enough. I learn as I go. I grow as I go. I water my garden. I pull the weeds. I am me. This is all in your subconscious. And it's beautiful. Three of Wands. There is a beautiful thing in your future that you've waited on. And it might be yourself. This card, the Five of Swords, is about when the negative self-talk steals a part of our heart. You can see here, there's like this mesh woven thing over the heart, but the heart is missing. It's not there, and he's almost invisible. The Five of Swords is that negative self-talk, the conflicting talk about your future, what you can be, who you can be, what you believe is coming for you, to you, in your life. And do you do this to yourself? Do you go, oh, if only in my future this would happen? But probably not. Right? However, Eight of Pentacles. I'm creating a new way of being. My paintbrush, my colors, my wings, my choice. Every day for the rest of my life. This is what you are healing. That is so gorgeous. And not only are you doing it, you're doing it successfully. Six of Wands. This is when the knight comes home from war and is cheered on. This is when we applaud and respect someone who's been through hell and come back. This is when the hero takes his fall and gets back up. Six of Wands. That's why you have the Tower this week. Because what you believed about yourself with this negative self-talk, feeling invisible, feeling unheard, feeling whatever, all of that was a false foundation that can no longer stand. And you know it. It wouldn't be in the center of your reading if you didn't. Six of Wands says, I'm moving forward. I'm rising myself above it. I am going somewhere beyond where I believed I could go. I'm being someone far beyond what I thought I could be. It's saying I can't naysay myself anymore. I'm breaking out of that. Six of Wands, you are successfully getting an aha moment that what you used to believe about yourself can't hold you back any longer. That's the never-ending story of I'm not enough. And this, he has love written on his chest. He's breaking it through. He's allowing it. He's loving himself. He's breaking through the bars of self-limiting beliefs, and he's taking a stand. Seven of Wands is about being brave. And you're doing it successfully. How beautiful is that? I mean, I'm so moved. Because it's time, it's been time, it's been time, it's been time, it's been time and time and time again. Never-ending story. Time and time has come and gone and come and gone. Over and over and over and over. It's time to love yourself. Two of Swords, and decide you're worth it. Your third eye is opening. I'm totally getting that. Mercury in Libra this week is your aha moment. Venus in Libra gives you the energy that you need to communicate, to be who you are, to say what you, to make a declaration to yourself. This doesn't even have to involve anyone else. This is Hermit. This is Virgo season, and this is you on top of your new Tower. That's powerful. The time is now to make the decision to rewrite your story and build your new Tower. Let's go down the vertical. Three of Wands, because you are waiting on yourself to recognize yourself, because it's time. No more Five of Swords. I'm not going to allow that part of myself to be invisible because it breaks me down and leaves me in the dark to who I am. I am working through my stuff. I'm painting my own life story. I'm breaking through. Why? Because of love. Because you love yourself. Because you finally are going to say those words, I'm enough. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. That's brave. Going through a ring of fire? Literally, look at this picture. Jumping through the ring of fire. You've outgrown what you used to tell yourself about your childhood, about your past, and about who you are. Page of Pentacles, who you learned to be. And now you have this new chance to be who you want to be. And that is incredibly powerful. It's so powerful, I'm choked up. Libra, I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude every day this week. Embrace the 3 days of mooning Cancer, the 4th house of home, and come home to yourself. You can't hold this up any longer. It's time, Virgo season right now. This never-ending story will end because you're writing a new story. And I wish you well. Take care, and I'll be here for you next week.